Catus, Maximus here, this time with a review of the Quantum Gold 1800 lumen zoom flashlight. This did not come with a lanyard at all. I had to provide one myself. I'm going to critique this. It is a $30 flashlight, but my big critiques are I don't like zoom flashlights because when you zoom out, there is no effective reflector on the inside. The straight walls of the barrel, even if they were silvered, wouldn't help a lot with getting the light out the front of the lens. So even though you zoom out to get the beam to focus, you're actually costing a lot of the lumens of the LED element. It is lithium ion rechargeable. It's based on an 18650, but you can replace. But for 30 bucks, it's just not worth it. And I am going to be comparing this to the ThruNite T3, and I'll show you why, because right now this T3 is on sale for 30 bucks, the same price as this Quantum. And the ThruNite's a Quantum Leap. And I'm not shilling them because they've sent me a bunch of promotional flashlights. It's just for 30 bucks. You're getting way better light out of the T3. The Quantum comes with a really generic 2200 milliamp hour 18650. I do not believe this is a protected cell, but it is a little bit longer than a normal one, so it may be, but there's no way without cutting it open to see if there's a little over discharge protection circuit in the top of the cell. At least it's replaceable. I was going to say that the quality of the threads here, they're pretty chowdered. They're not great. They're not very deep. If you over tighten the cap, you'll blow them out. It does have a metal lock ring. It isn't plastic. It's like a gold-plated pin here, but it's, really wonky and wobbly. This flashlight didn't come with any extra O-rings or an extra button cover like the ThruNites do. It does come with a clip. You can certainly upgrade to a better, like 3000 milliamp hour 18650, but you have to buy that yourself. No lockout. Basic. It has no strobe. It just has a high and a low. The pulsing that you're seeing is only because of the camera. It's because of the refresh rate of the camera and the fact that the medium and low settings are actually turning on and off the LED rapidly. If I press and hold, that's where you get the turbo mode, and it's still even pulsing the LED. It is putting out quite a few lumens, but you have to press and hold to get the turbo, not something standard like where you do a quick double click. It is rechargeable via micro USB. That even though they rounded out the port, that's a micro USB, not a USB-C, which is a little cheesy. This hole is for the charge indicator. As you can tell by the O-ring that's down here, the water resistance is only when it's in the fully closed position. So if you're zoomed out to any degree, it isn't water resistant. Water just easily gets in. So it's a little bit misleading about their water resistance. It's unfortunate that it has no lockout mode. So if you have this in your pocket or beating around in a glove box, not a lot of protection for that switch. So pretty easy for it to get bumped and end up being totally discharged. And comparing to the ThruNite T3, the ThruNite's obviously quite a bit smaller, just so many things. This is just a normal plastic lens. That looks like a Cree XHP 70 knockoff. That isn't a genuine Cree element. Even though this is a much smaller LED in there, it's much more powerful. Of course, ThruNite's, that's a coated, tempered glass lens that won't scratch on you or anything like that. Of course, for the ThruNite, it has had to enable it. It has a lockout mode, so you can press and hold twice, and the button will just glow red, letting you know that it's locked out so you don't accidentally turn it on. Of course, we have a variety of modes. Quick double click for turbo. You can turn it on. The thing about the ThruNite is that we have continuously variable output, so you can get exactly the brightness that you want. And of course, a strobe. The other big deal that you're getting with the ThruNite is spare O-rings, spare USB port cover. ThruNite's a genuine USB-C recharging. It's amazing how much better of a light this is for the same $30. I'll show you in just a second here. What else do we get in the through night? Just better electronics, higher quality circuit board in there. And what is it? It's a 21700 4000 milliamp hour battery, so almost twice the battery capacity. And this is integrated battery overcharge discharge protection. So it's a protected cell. So it's a premium cell, heavy duty gold plated spring in the bottom, high current, high capacity, actually you can get 5000 milliamp hour 21700s. Through Night even has them. It's just that they used a 4000 milliamp hour, a little bit cheaper for the T3. And for the price here, let me show you. Here's the Harbor Freight, $29. And right now off of Amazon, the Through Night T3 is also $29. It's on sale, but nonetheless, it's the same price for a flashlight that is twice what the Quantum is. And so I think the Quantum is just simply overpriced. I mean, ouchie, Harbor Freight, you're kind of overtaxing on this little unit here. Anyway, let's go outside and take a look at how these perform. So here we are. This is low, and in the zoomed out portion, you know, using this for walking your dog or something like that, it's okay. Well, I just criticize it because of just in the $30 range, the competition's pretty stiff. So there's high and zoomed out, and then there's low, and then here's the turbo mode. And in turbo, if we zoom out all the way, we cost ourselves lumens because there isn't a reflector, but you can just see those trees out there, just barely. And that's zoomed out in turbo mode. So now we'll compare to Through Night T3. The T3 is definitely much more focused. This is its lowest setting, except for its little firefly mode. Still, I can get pretty dim and it can last a long time. Now, if we go in the turbo mode, you can clearly make out the trees. Both of these are $30 flashlights, but one is just so much better. You can just see how much better a reflector and the glass lens and everything is. I mean, the only deal with the Harbor Freight is the fact that it is okay when it's zoomed out, or zoomed in, I should say. Once again, we'll zoom out on the Harbor Freight, and let's get back into our turbo mode. Press and hold, and then there's the turbo mode on the Harbor Freight, totally zoomed out. Go back to high and zoom it in, and with the rounded lens it does put out a pretty even light, and I guess that's the only real advantage that it has. So anyway, that's my review of the Quantum Gold 1800 lumen flashlight. It's just, I regret spending the $30 on this, just 100%, and really just figured I'm taking one for the team, just to let people know that there are better options. Some of the Quantum flashlights are a better deal, but this one just is not. And I'm calling it the Quantum Gold because these have the gold print on the box. But I'm actually surprised that Through Night has dropped the price on this T3 to $30. It is just so much better of a light. It even comes with a sheath, bi-directional clip, only single direction on the Quantum, just on and on. I mean, so much better of a flashlight. It's crazy, to tell you the truth. And for a little more money, the Soferns sometimes go on sale. Right now, it's like $46 on Amazon. I'll give the SP33 V3 a shout out, just because this Sofern is also one of my favorites. Like the modes, the variable output, lockouts. This comes with a 5500 milliamp hour, 26650, so a huge battery. This thing's 3500 lumens. Coarse tempered glass lens. This Sofern, this is a stainless steel front ring, so heavy duty to really protect the lens in drops. And this has a deep set orange peel reflector, so it gives you a nice combination of both flood and spot. And of course, USB-C recharging. But this is $45. This is a fair amount, 50% more than the quantum, but still is one of my favorite just small stature flashlights. Way more tactical than this thing. I guess they're not calling it tactical on the box, but on the website they are calling it tactical. Brilliantly powerful, my arse. This is 3,500 lumens. This one is 2,200 lumens. So 1,800 is not brilliantly powerful. And I've reviewed hugely powerful through nights, 4,000 lumen through nights. I've even have reviewed a 16,000 lumen through night. That's brilliantly powerful. 1,800 lumens isn't. IPX7 rated, star. When charging port is covered by lens housing. That's like the, oh my God, you know. That just means that if you have this open just a little bit, water's going to get in there and fill in your charging port and ruin your charging circuit. So, and the fact that for a modern light to be micro USB doesn't make any sense. It should have been USB-C. Enough complaining. Really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out.